going to do play. And while we're doing play, we're going to see the greatness that's happening. So I'm going to call on you to come up and add to what we call the human statue. There are some rules with the human statue. First of all, the first person, you got to be able to hold your position for at least a minute. Okay? The next person needs to add to the human statue, but you can't push the person down. You can't lean all your weight on the person. Okay? You just got to gently lay your hand and add to the statue. Okay? So I'm looking for on you. I'm in control. So self-control is what we're looking for. So you can add to it. You could do like this. If you want to add to the human statue, you decide. Okay? Add to the human statue. All right. I love that. Look at that. We've got some, what we call symmetry going on. Look at this statue. Let's think about the greatness that you see. Okay? Think about it. We are going to walk so that everybody can see all the sides of the human statue, and then we're going to come back to exactly where we were. Okay? Perfect. You're thinking about 7 people. We have to, each one of them has some kind of greatness that they're doing right now. What type of greatness do we want to call out in them? Being a human statue. When you get back to the place, I love how no one's touching the statue. What respect you're showing them. When you get back to your place, you can have a chair. Everybody has their card. I want you to look down at the card and see which one you want to notice or appreciate.
I see kindness, and what that tells me about you guys is that you are caring.
You're caring. What'd you hear about yourselves?
We're caring.
You're caring. Could you tell me a little bit more about how you know they're caring? Like, what is it that you're seeing with your eyes that you know they're caring?
They're being gentle with each other and they're not pushing hard.
Yes, you're being gentle and you're not pushing hard. That's what caring people do. With them.
I don't have one yet.
All right, I love how you let me know what you needed. Mrs. Platzing, you want to add something to the human statue about their greatness?
Well, yes, I notice that they are, I mean, of course, we're not robots, so we can't be perfectly still, but they are showing immense self-control.
Anyone?
You noticed? I didn't hear quite.
They're not pushing down on anyone.
Oh, they're not pushing down on it. And what kind of greatness does it take to not push down on anyone?
Self-control.
I think you're spot on. Absolutely. That is self-control to not push down on somebody. Thank you for letting us come back to you. I love that you knew you weren't ready and you let us pass you, but when you were ready, you brought us back so that you could share the greatness you see in your classmates. That's a community when everybody shares. I love that. All right, over here.
Well, I appreciate that all of you are being kind to each other, and that is evidence that you are friendly. I see you standing still, and what that tells me about you are self-control.
Perfect. Look at you see. This is your class.
Yes. Well, you know, what I saw was Mrs. Howe came in and she needed to do a new presentation. This is something we've never done. And she called on each one of you 6 up there or 7. And you guys popped up right away without any hesitation. And what that tells me about all of you guys is that you're very helpful. You're being very helpful for this presentation.
Absolutely.
I think they're showing courage to each other because nobody's pushing each other.
Yeah. No. Using that word of the month that we have, that courage. Could I add to it? Because that courage is a great word, and I think it kind of goes with what Mr. Larson was saying, too. That might be a good word that combines both of them. They are up there, and it took courage to come and stand right up. Last one. What do you think?
I think that everybody there isn't saying anything and are focusing on what they're doing.
Absolutely. You called that like it is. You're right. Any one of you could be whispering to each other, but you're not. I'm going to ask each one of you, of all the greatness you heard about in this circle, which one stuck with you the most? Okay?
I think probably Alistair's because he kind about it, and he said some nice things.
Alistair, what kind of greatness did you tell them about?
About how they are focusing and
They're focusing.
not talking, not doing any silly things like
Yeah.
that.
And did you hear she really heard you and that made sense to her? She believed what you said about her greatness.
I agree with Mr. Larson and Joseph and Ahmed because we came up quickly and quietly.
And then Leighton?
I like Aaron's because it looks like we're trying to help him balance.
And Bryce?
I also like Aaron's.
I hope that by doing this, you can see that, we can say a lot of things in our day and we can use our words in many different ways, but it's really important to be specific because it matters to the person that's receiving it that they hear about who they are. And even if you listen, your words matter to people. You reflect what you see. And all of the things that you shared were true about what was going on for them right now. All right. The human statue can break.